You have to solve 3 over 2x plus 1 over x equals 5. What'd you do?
I actually skipped that one.
Okay, skipping it is not a bad idea. What'd you do?
Multiplied everything by 2x.
You want to multiply everybody by 2x. That's your common denominator. So you're going to go 2x here, 2x here, and 2x here. Right? Here the 2 cancel, the x and the x cancel, you're left with just 3. Plus, here the x cancel, here the x cancel, you're left with 2. Equals 5 times 2x is 10x. 3 plus 2 is 5. That equals 10x. Divide by 10, divide by 10. And x is equal to 1/2. Okay. Any questions on that? All right. Moving to the next one. What did you multiply both sides by? X minus 7. Good. Multiplying both sides by x minus 7. You're going to do x minus 7 here, x minus 7 here. Now remember, cancel first, multiply second if you have to. Cancel first, multiply second. So what do you have? X plus 3 equals 10. And what do you get? X equals 7. Now, when you go back and you look at it, the 7 makes this 0. That's a problem. And so ultimately, you would say the answer is no solution. Yes?
But I thought if they were like common denominators already, like all you had to do is like subtract 10 over x minus 7. Like instead of equal to 0, like x plus 3 minus 10 all of it over x minus 7 equals 0.
Okay, and then what are you going to do from there?
Then you just like then you subtract x plus 3.
At some point, you get rid of the x minus 7. It's just how you go about doing it. Because see, if you do what you said, and what he said was, can we bring the 10 over? Can we have x plus 3 over x minus 7 minus 10 over x minus 7 equals 0? If you do this and you get down to this, x minus 7 over x minus 7 equals 0. What are you going to do there?
I thought it would equal 1.
I know it is. This is 1. And 1's not 0. So it's still no solution, however you want to look at it. Okay. My fear, however, is that you get down to x minus 8 over x plus 4, say, for example, something like this, equals 0, and you don't know how to solve that either. Does that make sense? At some point, you still got to get rid of the denominator. All right. What'd you do here? William, Matthew, John, Luke, Apostle Paul, you.
I really didn't know how to do it. I just,
What were you thinking? Other than I should quit. What were you thinking other than that?
plus 4 minus 4 on for both sides.
Okay, so you want to multiply x plus 4 on both sides. That's a good step. What else you got to multiply by? You're right. You're going to have to multiply x plus 4 on both sides. That way you'll cancel this one. Right? But what else will you have to use? You can't just use that. If you use x plus 4, you cancel this one. What else do we need to cancel?
X plus 3.
So we're going to have to do that on both sides, right? And that's the common denominator, x plus 4, x plus 3. Good job. I'm like Sarah Palin. I just want to stay on message, though. Okay. 6 x plus 3 equals 2, x plus 4. Okay.
I have a question. So you don't, since you're multiplying it to the top, you don't do it to the bottom? So
No,
x
the
plus
bottom
3
canceled.
at the bottom,
The x plus 4 and the x plus 4 cancel
but the x plus 3 is still there
here.
at the top.
Yes. This is over 1. The whole idea one is we're using the common denominator to clear the fractions in this case. Okay. I think what happens, Wanda, is when I say common denominator, you're still hung up on, and it's not a bad thing for the record. What happens to a lot of people when we talk about common denominator, I see this.
That's exactly what I
Right?
think. I think that the other one needs the, you know what I'm saying, like
Mhm.
common denominator.
And the reason why is that when I say common denominator, in your head, that's what common denominator looks like. Okay? And so what's happening is when you see me getting to this point, you're thinking, well, where the hell did the damn bottom go? Why do I have a bottom and he doesn't? I'm multiplying through and I'm clearing the fractions. Just like when I had 1/2 x plus 1/3 equals 5/6. And I multiplied each side by 6. Right? This became 3x plus 2 equals 5. Does everybody remember that? Well, where did the bottom go? It was cleared out because 2 goes into 6 3 times. 1 times 1 is still 1. And that's the same process you see here. So remember, there's multiple definitions of common denominator, or multiple ways that we can use common denominator. And one way is to clear the fractions, and that's what I'm doing here. Okay?
Is it all going to be like that on the test?
Well, that's the question. And the answer is no.
Yeah, because last week you showed us we had to do multiply the top and the bottom, right? Or
That was for addition subtraction, yes. And,
okay.
and see, this is not addition subtraction. This is equal to, this is solving. So for all of them that say solve, the answer is yes. That's what you're going to do. I think the problem is, most people don't see the differences between all the problems. They just all look the same.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
What we were trying to do is what you would do whenever you have to add them.
Yes.
Instead
Right.
of
So when we see solve,
Then you know you're getting rid of them.
You know.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So 6x plus 18 equals 2x plus 8. So 4x equals negative 10. Divide by 4, divide by 4. X equals negative 5/2. And remember, technically I should take this and go plug it in, but I don't plug it in fractions. Okay? I don't need to because negative 5/2 plus 4, I may not know what that is, but I'm quite certain it's not 0. Does that make sense, Jessica? And negative 5/2 plus 3, that ain't 0 either. Okay? All right. Let's do the next one. Here you got x plus 3, x minus 3. Okay. So you're going to multiply everything by x plus 3, x minus 3. Now, are we going to keep the denominators? Or are we getting rid of them? There you go. Here, the x plus 3, the x minus 3 both cancel. You're left with 4x plus 6. Here, the x minus 3's cancel. You're left with 3x plus 3. Here, the x plus 3, the x plus 3 cancel. You're left with 5x, x minus 3. We got 5x squared minus 15x minus 3x minus 9 equals 4x plus 6. So 5x squared minus 18x minus 9 equals 4x plus 6. Subtract 4x, subtract 6, subtract 4x, subtract 6. 5x squared minus 22x minus 15 is equal to 0. You gotta be kidding me. We have to factor that? We have to factor that?
Yes.
Actually teasing. So, factors of 15 are 1 and 15, 3 and 5. Which two should we use? 3 and 5. They're closer together than 1 and 15 are, right? Do we put the 5 here, or the 3 here, or the 3 here and the 5 here? Why? Why can't I put the 5 right here? Because that would have a common factor, right? That would have a common factor. Okay. Last sign's minus tells me that these two signs have to be different. So put the 5 here and the 3 here. Let's always check to see if that works. This is minus 25x plus 3x is negative 22x. That gives what we're looking for. So we have two answers. One of them is x equals 5, and the other is x equals negative 3/5. What do we start with? 5 would work, and so would negative 3/5, so we're good. We just have two answers there. Okay. With that being said, question, Jess.
Can you go up a little?
Of course. Other questions? Yes.
Question I asked you on the homework.
Yes. Yeah, we're going to get to that in 1 second. Just give me 1 minute to get to that. Questions on the sheet?
You said on this one, the x5 and then x, or x equals negative 3/5?
Yeah, both of them are fine. Yes. Other questions on the sheet? All right. With that being said, we'll stop our discussion there.